The bell tolls for the lost stand. Sometimes, it tolls for you. Shadewood Manor sits abandoned on the outskirts of a forgotten village, its iron bell, silent for centuries. Swung by no human hand, its tower leans like a broken spine, ivy clawing toward the cracked belfry. But when fog rolls in after midnight, villagers say the bell tolls on its own. And for those who hear it first, the silence never returns. In 1743, Manor heir Isabella Hawthorne vanished overnight. Locals reported hearing the bell ring exactly 11 times at midnight, even though the rope lay untouched. The next morning, candlelight flickered in the windows, but no smoke. Meals sat on the table, and Isabella was gone. Her diary, found later in the chapel crypt, contained one final entry. The bell called me. Decades later, in 1816, a restoration crew arrived to rebuild the chapel. One worker reported the chandelier swinging violently, though there was no breeze. Window glass shattered, and he claimed he saw someone in a tattered dress atop the bell tower at dawn. He leaped to his death. The rest fled. Construction stopped. The bell tower was boarded shut. In 1905, paranormal investigator Edwin Marlowe broke in with equipment. At exactly 2 a.m., monitors picked up a deep resonance, low humming beneath the stone floors, rising to a clang that rattled the tower, though the bell didn't move. He recorded a voice in the feedback loop, whispering, "A name is a..." He played it back. Silence. Only afterwards, Marlowe vanished. The audio file remained digitally etched with scratching static. No trace of him ever found. Now, 2025, folklorist Aisha Rahil arrives in Shadewood to narrate haunted places. The manor intrigued her not because of Isabella, but because local legend said the bell tolls for those who don't belong. She set up her recorder at midnight outside the tower. Fog swirled, air tasted like dust and regret. At 11 p.m. sharp, the bell began to toll deep hollow, 11 slow strikes. Then silence. The fourth strike vibrated her bones. A whisper echoed in her headphones. "You shouldn't have come." She froze. The fog thickened. She climbed the broken stairs into the belfry. No rope, no wind. Nothing moved, but the metal clapper still swung. She laid her hand against the rim. It pulsed, alive. On the wall, letters formed in dust. "Isabella is waiting." She staggered away, trembling against the spiral stair. Next day, she discovered Marlowe's file in an archive's audio. Street address, scribbled on a note. He recorded it again. But the file included a second voice. Her own whisper, deep and slow. "I belong now." That night, the bell tolled again, this time 12 times. A single extra toll slipped out. At 2 a.m., her hotel window rattled. The fog pressed against the pane. Something brushed icy across her neck. She returned to the manor with a small team, sound tech and historian. Inside, the ground floor was coated in thick ash-gray dust, like frost. In the chapel, pews were untouched, but the stone floor was scratched with faint claw marks. They set cameras inside the belfry. When reviewing footage later, they saw a pale figure climb onto the clapper, standing slowly at each strike. But the figure's face was blurry, mouth open as though speaking, no voice recorded. On the footage echo layer, the whisper repeated again. The bell never forgets. At dawn, the historian fled, claiming someone touched her shoulder in the dark. She refused to speak further. The sound tech masked his face. They brought down all equipment. But Rahil stayed. She needed closure. That night, she climbed alone. At the top, the bell swung in still air. She reached to still it. As fingers touched iron, the bell tolled against even strikes, deepening into slow darkness. The belfry filled with fog. A face materialized behind the clapper. Eyes black and hollow skin, hair white and drifting. Lips moved. "It tolls for you now." She collapsed. Cameras fell from her hand. In the footage, her image flickered, then faded only. Her recorder remained on the floor. Audio captured her final breath. "I'm coming." After that, silence. Locals report the bell now tolls irregularly, sometimes at 11 p.m., sometimes at 3 a.m. Phone recordings bring only static or muffled whispers commanding names. Whoever listens hears their name echo back. So if you ever hear the bell cross the fog tonight, pausing in the empty wind, close your ears and don't answer. Counting will help, not 11, not 12, just stay silent. But if you've listened this far, you're part of this now. You're subscribed, whether you meant to be or not.